Hello and welcome to Maths Academy. I am Noor Alam and I am thrilled to have you here. If you are someone who loves the beauty of numbers, the elegance of equations, and the excitement of solving complex problems, or you are the aspirants of Iit Jee or Isi-Cmi or Math Olympiad programs, then you are at the right place. Here we are going to discuss the lecture 4, which based on the lecture 3. In that lecture, I had discussed about the identity. In this lecture, I am going to solve few questions based on that, the concept of identity. I hope all of you already watched that part, that is the lecture 3. So now we are going to solve the questions. Questions number 1. If a square minus 1 x square plus a minus 1 into x plus a square minus 4a plus 3 equal to 0 be an identity in x, then find the value of a. We know that if a quadratic like a x square bx plus c is equal to 0, if this quadratic equation become an identity, then we know the conditions. It is only happened if and only if a is equal to b is equal to c should be 0. That means all the coefficients must be 0. So now here the coefficient of x square is a square minus 1, coefficient of x is a minus 1, and the constant term is a square minus 4a plus 3. So now we are going to make all the terms equal to 0. A square minus 1 0, a minus 1 equal to 0, a square minus 4a plus 3 equal to 0. Now we have to take the intersection of these solutions. That will be the correct values of a. So now first equation gives you a plus 1 into a minus 1, which is equal to 0. And this will be nothing but a is equal to minus 1 and plus 1. Now second equation gives you a is equal to 1. Third one, if you do the factorizations, it will be a minus 3 into a minus 1, which is equal to 0. This will imply a should be 3 and 1. So now if you take the intersection of these solutions, we have a is equal to 1 only. So at a is equal to 1, the above relations or the quadratic will become an identity. Hope all of you understand this concept. Now going for the next question. This is one of the beautiful questions, and if you watch this question, if you see this question, then most of the students get confused how to solve it. So first of all, now it is an identity, it is given, we have to verify that, or you have to show that it is an identity. So first of all, you notice that here the maximum power of x will be x square. Here the term which come with the maximum power of x is 2 only, that means x square present. So now we can say that this is the expression where the maximum power of x should be 2. That means it is nothing but a quadratic equations, and you know that if it is a quadratic equation, then it is true for all values of x. That means this quadratic equation must have more than 2 solutions, then it will become the identity. So this quadratic equation will be an identity if it has more than 2 roots. So here I am going to consider if I am able to show that it is true for the 3 different values of x, then it is an identity. So now I am going to show it is relation is true, or this equation is satisfied by 3 different values. Okay na? So for different values of x, it is satisfied. So now put x is equal to minus b in LHS. So what will happen? LHS become, now if you put x equal to minus b, this part is 0, the last part becomes 0, and this part becomes what? Minus b plus c. So first part become minus b plus c, next part become minus b plus a, and in the denominator you have c minus b and a minus b. So what you notice that these two cancel out, and as a result you are getting the 1, which is nothing but RHS. Now put x is equal to minus c in LHS. So what we observe that LHS become, now first part becomes 0, second part becomes 0, and third part become minus c plus a into minus c plus b, and then now we have here, if we put here a minus c present and b minus c present, so after cancellation we get 1, that is RHS. So we can say that this x equal to minus c is also a root. Now similarly we can verify that for x equal to minus a we have LHS. If you put here in LHS we are getting the value 1, which is same as RHS. So now I am going to say that x equal to minus a, minus b and minus c. For these three different values of x, the above relation is true. The above quadratic equation has three different roots. So therefore we can say that it is an identity. It is an identity. So I hope all of you understand this concept. Okay, now going to solve another questions. In question number 3, we see that for what values of p, that means p has more than one value, it is also possible the equation has more than two roots. So first of all, it is what type of equation? It is a quadratic equation. A quadratic has more than two roots, that means it is an identity. When it will become the identity? When all the coefficient a equal to b equal to c become 0. And if you consider the standard equation like ax square plus bx plus c, then we can say that it will happen. Okay, now so now if the coefficients we are going to make 0, then we have p plus 2 and p minus 1. This part will be equal to 0. P minus 1 and 2p plus 1 should be equal to 0. And we have p square minus 1 is also 0. So if you are taking the intersection of all these relations, you are getting the exact value of p. So from 1 we are getting 1 minus 2. From 2 we are getting 1 minus half. From third relation we are getting p is equal to plus minus 1. So what we notice that the intersection will provide p is equal to only one value, that is 1. So now what we can say that at p is equal to 1, this is an identity. In other value it is only the equation quadratic, which has only two roots. So now it becomes an identity if we say that p is equal to 1 only. So dear friends, don't forget to hit and subscribe button and ring the bell notifications, so you never miss an excitement lessons. Thanks to all to watch my YouTube channels. Now we'll meet again in the next video. Till then, bye. Have a nice day.